After the hot mess that New Gundam Breaker was, I decided I wanted to play a good Gundam game. I'm partly a masochist when it comes to video games, so with that good would have to be the bad. So I lined up a bunch of Gundam games, both good, both bad, and played a little Russian roulette with it to see what I'd get. I got Gundam Battle Universe. Gundam Battle Universe for the PSP is the fourth game in the Battle series, starting with Tactics, Royale, Chronicle, then later Universe. After that was Assault Survive. While that doesn't have the battle title, it remains in the series. There's another one, but I care a little less for Seed. The only Seed I care for is putting mine in a cute robot girl. The game is like the sequel to the Gundam Versus franchise, where it split off from Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam, so we ended up with the arcade fighting games, and this series. Although it does play similarly to Lost War Chronicles on the PS2, as it's pretty much the same basic game, where you play as a grunt and witness a lot of the big battles from the animes and games. The game is all Japanese. You don't need to know Japanese to appreciate and enjoy the game, but if you know it, it helps. Upon starting the game, you're greeted with a character creator, sort of. You get to edit and name them from a few preset characters they have, then decide if you're a new type or not, which matters, and then you edit a partner. That partner ends up having better stats than you, even though you're supposed to be their superior. You're then given an option to choose an era to start playing in. From 0079, 0083, 0087, 0088, or 0093. Starting off with 1-year era stuff is much preferred. But you aren't penalized too hard for choosing otherwise. Those later eras start off a little bit harder than 0079, but you'll manage. After choosing an era, you get a whole lot of nothing for missions, as you follow the anime's timeline. You also get some tutorials to the side. Tutorials teach you movement and some moves, but it's in Japanese, so you might miss some things. You're given your Gundam Versus controls, except this game has something against the analog stick. D-pad is movement, while face buttons are different attacks. Right trigger is to lock on, and the analog stick will change targets. Left trigger is your shield, as well as SP moves when used in combination with the face button, except for left trigger and square. You change weapons that way. There are two other moves done by hitting two combinations of buttons, square and X activating some kind of flight mode letting you move around really fast, and circle and triangle activating a special attack. Usually ends up with you dealing more damage than a regular SP attack. Every suit's different though, so it's not always the same. If you've noticed, the camera is a little wonky, probably due to the hardware limitations of the PSP, and the analog stick shifting lock doesn't help. Tapping the stick up or down will cycle between mobile suit lock and ship lock. It's very strange. The game has light RPG mechanics for stats. You know, the differences of me wanting to fuck a regular cute robot, or just a regular girl. Whatever, you know? You take what you can get. Just level up your favorite mobile suit from that era and go to town. If you're having trouble, you can tune your mobile suit. Tuning mobile suits uses points that you earn the more you use it. So the more you use your favorite, the stronger it will get, in theory. 'Cause you don't have to level it. The stat page is all translated and ready for you. This also has the weapon tuning. So how does the actual game work? You kill things. That's, like, literally all you do. You just shoot people. I mean, sometimes you get objectives like defending a thing, but you just kill everyone. Ranking in the missions is tied to how much damage you take, and how many people you kill, and how efficient you are at doing it. S ranking will give you some neat things like new mobile suits or pilots from games and anime, so be sure to S rank your missions. Some missions will have a multi-route split, so doing different things will give different rewards. The game itself isn't anything special, but it's a nice fan service game to those who like the Universal Century. You're not given anything special for story, you're just some guy. It's a fun little adventure for Gundam fans. I don't think it's great by any means, limited by its controls and its console, One major issue it has is when you choose a faction, you're locked into that faction for that era. You can't join another, you need to make another save file and make another character. So, for some bonuses, you need to beat the game with every faction. That's 11 factions, split across 3 saves. You can see how the game can be improved in many ways, but you pretty much take what you can get as a mecha fan, especially with video games. What? That review wasn't long enough? Well, fine. I could talk about a terrible movie? Alright. I took a shot at Gundam 0079, War for Earth. 30-minute long QTE fest of a movie. The West's first PC Gundam game. Don't worry, still got new Gundam Breaker coming. You get these hot garbage controls like not being able to use your mouse, and you're just pressing like 8 buttons on the keyboard at the right time. Timing is strict and the game will give you short amounts of time to do that QTE. If you fuck up, you die. The game ends. If you didn't save, start over from the very beginning, watching the movie over and over. So save often. The save is a text file. It's literally a .txt. It's pretty interesting to see. That save does not bring you to exactly where you saved, but a checkpoint. Why is there not a checkpoint regularly? I don't know. Am I mad? Yes, because the game is bad. It's actually really bad. While the movie itself is terrible schlock, like in a funny way, it's something you get to laugh at. The game is so bad, it made me want to claw my eyes out. This game existed in a time where localization for Gundam didn't exist yet, which is why Char is translated to Char, as Nabul, and the Zaku is a Zack. The controls are delayed, or at least they feel like they are, partly because the UI doesn't give enough information. It's just a guessing game at the point it's at. The acting, though, it's oh so hammy and oh so sweet to see. Kai Shiden, well, his name is from what I assume is Japanese, is a Latino-looking fellow in this game. Ryu and Hayato, they don't exist anymore. They got fused together into everyone's favorite new pilot, Duke.
You must be that young hotshot pilot that flew the Gundam. I'm Lieutenant Kai Shiden, the gun cannon pilot.
And I'm Lieutenant Duke Jose, pilot of the gun tank mobile suit. I must say, even I'm impressed. They don't teach maneuvers like that in flight training.
I can't believe how well you handled that mobile suit. You have to let me know how you made it fly so smooth. But first, we'll get you into some clothes, so at least you look like an officer. And then, we'll give you a full tour of the ship.
The game spans the first 12 episodes of the anime with some very creative decisions. All in all, if you like Gundam, get yourself a PSP, play some Battle Universe. If you want to laugh, watch The War for Earth. Don't play it. Unless you really want to suffer. I mean, morbid curiosity exists. I think I'm gonna stop for the mecha games for a bit. As much as I love them, I'm not pigeonholing myself into that mecha hole. As much as I want to stick my dick in the mecha hole. That Votom's video that I have like 1,000,000 hours of footage of will have to wait. Probably flip a coin on whatever game I'll play next. If it's Destiny again, I'm killing myself.
If they somehow do get through your squadron, we will let Thor deal with them. For the glory of Jean, I wish you success.
Thank you, Colonel. I will not disappoint you. Prepare my Zack for combat.
Time to explain, but I don't even have time to explain.
Fuck you, love.
Oh no! It can't open the file! It can't open the QuickTime video of me picking up the shield! Oh no!
It's
I
over.
I guess the game's over!